So, I have Mr. Niilo
Sevänen.
Sevänen.
It's a difficult name even for the Finnish people.
So, let's talk Winter's Gate. So, what inspired you to kind of, obviously, I know you wrote the story,
Yeah.
but what inspired you to include the story in Insomnium?
Yeah, we first had this idea that we want to try to make a really long song, and at that point I remember this story that I had written previously many years ago, and thought that it would be something that we could maybe use here. That the lyrical concept has to be something bigger than like a normal song, something bigger. So
what kind of like role does winter play in the story?
well, it's about the opening of the Winter's Gate. It's a kind of central theme there, and the characters will be in a lot of trouble when they are in the wrong place when this happens. So there is this physical Winter's Gate actually in the story. So of course then winter will come and devour all. That's how we like maintain the atmosphere and feeling of the story in the music also. So for example, in the end, when there's this final battle, so then there's really this cold hard black metal part, like the grande finale thing, and then this very last easy smooth part. Just like in the story, that there's this final kind of revelation.
So what about the actual concept behind Winter's Gate? How did you come up with that?
I had this couple of ideas that I wanted to combine, which usually makes a good story. You have 2-3 different kind of ideas and you combine them somehow, and then something new and fresh comes out of it. So, but there is like genuine Scandinavian mythology there, historical facts about Vikings. So it begins as a kind of historical story about a group of Vikings, but then these mythological fantasy elements creep in the story towards the end. So.
Cool. Like, are you kind of like inspired by mythology and things like that classically?
Yeah. Like to read a lot, but of course you can get inspiration from movies as well. Or when we are in the phase to start writing the Insomnium lyrics, I try to also read poetry in English, kind of getting into the mood.
Oh wow!
In the vibe. Of course, if you are a Finnish guy and English is not your native language, then it can be tricky. So I have to try to get into the mood. Reading English poetry.
What kind of poetry is it that you read?
Well, all kind of stuff, and also like Finnish poets that are translated to English.
Okay.
So all kind of stuff, like German poets, some Swedish stuff, American stuff like Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay, so like classic
stuff, I would say, yeah.
Okay. And
definitely like more than 100 years old.
Really? Oh, really?
Really
okay.
Classic stuff, really. Yeah.
That's a requisite. It has to be more than 100 years old. What's been your highlight for 2017?
Well, probably it was that we played Winter's Gate with a symphony orchestra in our hometown. It's a big festival there.
Wow.
In the summer. Like, there was 36 musicians probably there on stage. That was awesome, and it went really well. And I don't remember ever being so nervous before a show.
Really?
Yeah. People are like, it felt so much shorter. The time goes so fast. So it's been working really well live, I would say so.
Are you gonna? Because I was thinking that, you know, obviously you play it live, but because it's so long, you don't really have that much time for any other material.
Yeah, that's why we need to play it tonight, or any of the parts.
Yeah.
For example, for some festivals we played some of the parts, like not the whole thing, but it feels better to play the whole thing because that's how it's meant to be.
Okay. Do you feel a bit disjointed when you do it?
Yeah. It's like.
So, what about 2018? What's on the horizons?
Well, we have tours coming. European tour and an American tour coming. Some festivals, and I think we're gonna take a break then and start really making the next album. So
The next album.
yeah, so maybe 2019. Yeah, let's see. I hope 2019.
So do I.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having a chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.